read what's underlined in red there, and what's underlined in red there. Go ahead and read.
The cross is found in both pre-Christian and non-Christian cultures.
Wait a minute. It is. Oh, so it ain't Christian. It's found in both Christian and non-Christian cultures. And we're going to find out that the Christians in the Bible, they never dealt with that cross thing. You know, wearing no cross around you. They didn't do that. You know, show you who started that stuff. Go ahead and read.
Where it has largely a cosmic or natural signification.
Go ahead.
The early Christians generally avoided representing the body of Christ on the cross.
See what I'm saying? The early Christians. He said they avoided that. Go ahead and read.
For the first evidence of such representation comes
from when? Go ahead
in the 5th century.
In the 5th century? You mean all them Christians that walked around with Jesus all of that time? They didn't deal with the cross? That is what it is saying.
That's what it's saying, brother.
Read that again.
The early Christians generally avoided representing the body of Christ on the cross. For the first evidence of such representation comes from the 5th century. In fact, until the 4th century, even the simple cross rarely appeared in public. The reasons given for this twofold phenomenon have been many.
Now, we didn't bother to read all of it, but they will let you know Rome gave you that as well. Yes, you know, this wearing of the cross and all of that, they gave you that as well. Let's go. We got just a little bit more, you all. Let's go to Revelation chapter 17. Revelation chapter 17. Revelation chapter 17, and we're gonna pick it up at verse 1. Revelation 17, and we'll begin read at verse 1. 17 and 1. 17 and 1. 17 and 1. Okay, go ahead and read.
And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Now this is dealing with a religion that came out of Rome, and I may as well tell you what religion it is. It is the Catholic Church.
That's right, brother.
And a book called The Great Whore that sitteth upon many waters. And when the Lord started talking about some prostitute religion, that means they're dealing with some God other than the true and living God, because the church is supposed to serve the true and living God. And when you serve any God other than the true and living God, then the Lord would call it dealing with a harlot. Go ahead and read.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
See what it said? The kings of the earth, they have committed fornication with this woman. Go ahead and read.
And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Now this woman, she got some wine. And she said the inhabitants of the earth, they have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. What is the wine of her fornication? All that bad doctrine that you find right here. And trust me, people, you didn't get it all. This is the cup right here.
Say, brother, yes, sir.
And a lot more stuff could have went in this cup, too. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. All right.
We just didn't have time to put everything in the cup that you've been fed. Go ahead and read.
So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
Now this is the golden cup that was in her hand, that the whole world been made to drink of. And you done drunk of it. I done hit it a few times myself.
Yes,
it's been a lot of years since I hit it, though. But I used to touch it now and then.
Yes, sir.
And you did, too.
Yes, sir.
Unless you was fortunate enough to be born in the Word. And most of us that's been around a minute, we wasn't that fortunate.
Sir.
You know, we may have a few youngsters in here that was born in the Word, and they may never have hit it. But if you've been around for a while, you done hit it a few times.
Yes, sir.
So now, but you know, he said, the inhabitants of the earth, they have been made drunk with the wine of our fornication. Because they was drinking it last Sunday, and they drank it yesterday, and they gonna hit it real good tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
They'll be stumbling drunk tomorrow.
That's right, brother.
They'll be looking good, but they'll be drunk. Go ahead, read.
Verse 5.
Go ahead.
And upon her forehead was a name written. Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Now she is called the mother church because out of her came a bunch of more church. You know, because you said, well, I'm not Catholic. I am Protestant. Yes, you are. You are a Catholic that protested. That's all you did.
That's right,
you decided that you didn't want to go with the infallibility of the Pope, but you kept Christmas, you kept Good Friday, you kept Easter, you kept Palm Sunday, you kept Sunday, then you kept all of that stuff. So now the same doctrine that she has given is the same doctrine that you are following today. What is the difference? You know, one said, you know, the Pope is infallible, and the other said the Pope is not infallible, and they're trying to work that out right now. You didn't know that, did you? They're working it out right now. They say, you know, we will come back home to you, mama, if you will just drop this thing about the infallibility of the Pope. That has been the big hang-up all of these years. So if they can manage to work that out, then daughter coming right back home to mama.
So.
And they're going to work it out, too. Because daughter's coming back. Now, show you what the Lord said about, you know, because that is who you did. Let's go to the 18th chapter of Revelation, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1. We got just a little bit more. Stay with me. Revelation chapter 18, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1. 18 and 1. Go ahead, read.
And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lighted with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
See what it says, become the whole of every foul spirit, it said. Go ahead and read.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
And you know that to be a fact, don't you?
Yes, sir.
You know, they're going to make a lot of money tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Because of what this woman gave you.
That's right,
because everybody got to get something new.
That's right.
I mean, you can't show up on Easter with that stuff you wore last Easter.
That's right, brother. Yes, sir. Laughed out the church.
That ain't going to work.
That's right.
And then you know what they do on Christmas. Everybody go and get so far in debt until it's going to take them 2 years to get out. That's why you're always behind.
Sir.
And you know you got to get everybody a gift.
That's right.
The best friend. Even co-worker. You know they got the little name pulling thing.
That's right.
So now you got to buy co-workers a gift.
Yes, sir.
You got to get mama one, and you better get wife the best.
That's right.
You got to get all the little children one. Then you got a bunch of little nieces and nephews. You got to get something because they so sweet.
That's right.
Now they done caught you up in another one that I don't have in the cup here, and that's Halloween, and they spend big bucks on that now.
Yeah,
you didn't know that was in the cup, did you?
That's right, bro.
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
So now when they get through with you, boy, the merchants of the earth have waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
Yes, sir.
They make a quarter of their profits in 1 month from Thanksgiving to Christmas. A quarter, all quarter of the profit. If they make a $10 billion profit, then they make $2.5 billion in 1 month.
That's right.
All for Christmas.
Yes, sir.
The abundance of her delicacies, because that's who gave this stuff to you. But look at what the Lord said you had better do. Go ahead and read.
Verse 4.
Go ahead.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, and that ye receive not of her plague.
See what it said? The Lord said, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you do not receive of her plagues, because I'm going to deal on her out of the point of the time. I'm going to deal on her. Go ahead and read.
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Go ahead.
And God hath remembered her iniquity.
And God has remembered her iniquity. We got just 3 more places, and you out of here. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 29, and we're going to begin reading at verse 9. Isaiah 29, and we will pick it up at verse 9. 29 and 9. Isaiah 29 and 9.